Well, so after all that argument and speculation and discussion that we had, the heli is finally here, and I just can't believe it. I thought it was never going to happen, what with bomb threats on trains and stuff, and so I'm pretty excited to have this heli here. This is the new Blade mCPx from E-Flite, and I guess they're calling the company Blade now, but it's still E-Flite to me. I just wanted to do a short unboxing video for you guys. Just came home from the hobby shop with this, and it's about 6:30, and I need to watch House at 7, so this is going to be real quick. Yes, the heli is upside down on the box. It's kind of cute, but you have to turn it around. So we're going to open it up here. And one of the things that I think is really nice always about E-Flite stuff is as soon as you open the box, you are presented with the manual. And I highly recommend reading these. These have a lot of good information. A lot of the stupid questions that you people are asking on the forums are answered very clearly in this manual. So just stop doing that. Read. You know, you can save yourself a lot of time if you just read through this. It's probably 50 pages, but you know, they're small and there's good information in here. So please go through this before you post your questions on the forum. There is also a DVD in here, and I believe this is a computer DVD. We're going to plug it in later and see what's on it. But the guys from Horizon have basically been saying, hey, now a lot of the stuff that's a little bit complicated in the manual is explained on video on here. So you need to take a look and see what videos are on here. And before you start getting all confused and stuff, make sure you watch these videos. If this is your first collective pitch helicopter, I highly recommend just go through all this material. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to probably save you from a crash and help you understand a little bit how collective pitch helicopter works. CP helis work a little bit differently, so I highly recommend if this is your first heli, and this is a good CP for a good first CP. So if you're upgrading and you don't know everything about it, just go through those instructions and stuff, and you'll learn a lot about CP helis. So I've got some foam there, and we'll throw that aside. And in here we have, first we got, okay, they give you an AC adapter for the charger, which is really nice because you can charge from the wall. You don't have to get a car battery out or something crazy like that. We got the little charger. This is a little Selectra charger. It's just for these batteries. So, you know, don't be using it on other batteries unless you really know what you're doing. It does have an adjustable charge rate, so you can use it with other batteries, but make sure you know what you're doing when you do that. Goes up to 0.7 amps. So we could put a mean 10C charge on Cessna 210 battery or something. So watch out for that. This little bit that I dropped here is the that's the adapter, and this battery has a new plug. It has a slightly different plug. This is a little bit bigger than the old plugs, and that is converting it to a small one. Now only use this for charging, please don't use this for flying. I don't even think it'll work for that, but you know, use that for charging. Here's the little batteries. These are a good chunk bigger than the batteries we've been using in ultra micro stuff so far. These are 200 milliamp hour, one cell, single cell 25C batteries. So and they do have the bigger plug on them. So we have not found a suitable replacement yet. I think E-Flite's about the only company that's got a battery with this plug on it. But Hyperion and some other companies make small batteries like this, and you could use maybe an adapter or something to go from their plug to this one. So now the helicopter's in the box with a little bit of tape over the boom, so make sure you take off this tape before you rip your heli apart trying to get it out of the box. Yeah. It's tricky tape now, you see. There we go. Okay, so that is the helicopter we have all been waiting for. You know, when I first started flying helis, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. A little heli that I can do aerobatics in a small space with, and it's not a big heavy machine that's going to kill somebody if it hits them. I think this is really great. This is going to be really great for getting people into helicopters. This thing is a lot more durable than your average CP heli, so folks who are out there and just struggling with CP helis, crashing and fixing and crashing and fixing, this might be the answer for you. So definitely look into this. One thing that I want to mention before I go is there's a safety problem we've been having with these that's been reported a lot on the forums, and that is that the feathering shaft goes into a bearing inside here in the blade grip, and that bearing apparently can break. So E-Flite has put out a bulletin where they basically say you need to do the pull test on your blade grips, grab and pull and see if the space between here changes. You know, see if you can pull it a little bit, because it should not move at all. And even on this new one, I can feel it moving just a little bit when I pull like that. So I am going to check the screws and stuff, and they recommend checking the screws before every flight. That may turn out to be a really good idea. So just watch out for that. Go and download the product bulletin off of Horizon's site, and there's some additional instructions for your pre-flight check. Pre-flight checks are very important on CP helis, so be sure you get that and understand it. And if you don't understand it, go ahead and look around on the forums. There's a lot of talk about this problem. So since that is a known issue, if you don't have a pair, I highly recommend getting some of these. These are shooting glasses designed for use on the shooting range, so I think they probably will stop a flying plastic blade just fine. But I'm going to be wearing these while I fly, and if you're flying this thing at head height, you know, close in and stuff, I think it's a good idea to get some glasses on. So one other thing that I wanted to show real quick is the size of this one relative to the MSR. This heli's a little bit bigger than the MSR, so just a little bit bigger there. So I think people were talking about maybe using canopies from the MSR and stuff, using tails and stuff from it. It looks like that would probably work, the tail from it, but I don't think you're going to be able to use any of the canopies or anything. But we'll just have to see what people come up with. But it is a little bit bigger, and I think that would be helpful, because by all accounts it's pretty fast and it gets away from you and it becomes real hard to see.